Well, they're flooding in. As the Argentines are so against colonial acts, I take it they will be returning to Spain, Italy and the other European nations that they originally came from, says Keith in Leeds, who presumably doesn't expect the people of Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the United States, South Africa, et al. To do the same. Carl in Leeds, disagree with you totally on the Falkland Islands. Should be up to the inhabitants on the island to decide. Elaine in Wigan, the Falkland Islands have been British for longer than Argentina has even existed. Eh? Argentina hasn't existed for 130 years. You're having a laugh. What was it before then? A hole in the ground. Perhaps we should be laying claim to Argentina, says Elaine in Wigan. How are you going to make that claim real, Elaine? What would it be based on? What would your claim be based on to claim Argentina? And are you going to fight your way in? Do you want to fight the Argentinians? Are you going to fight, Elaine? Have you got a tin hat? What about your son? You going to send him in his tin hat to lay claim to Argentina? What are you people on? What century are you people living in? I thought you were a great man for the wee guy, George. The Falklanders should claim Argentina and Brazil. This is from Lefty in Glasgow. Just let me leave that one hanging in the air. The Falklanders, all 3,000 of them, should claim Argentina and Brazil. The level of idiocy that informs the red-faced, bucolic, Union Jack, waistcoated, knuckle-dragging British nationalist freaks out there really beggars belief. Double standards as usual, Mr. Galloway. You are a dangerous clown who pontificates without responsibility. Thanks for the 50 pence plus usual sending charges, Ronnie. And thanks for listening every Friday night for 6 long years. Does your wife know your real feelings for me, Ronnie? I mean your real feelings, not the ones expressed publicly. Jeff in North Lincolnshire on the subject of the Falklands. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hi, George. Thanks for taking my call.
Welcome.
I was thinking about the Falkland Islands. You know, there are people in this world who think that the idea of Iran having any kind of claim on Bahrain is absolutely outrageous. Iran, of course, doesn't have any claim on Bahrain, unlike Saudi Arabia. They think that the idea that Kuwait may be part of Iraq, that it may be naturally Mesopotamian, is outrageous. There are even people who think that the idea that Jerusalem having any Arab or Palestinian character is absolutely outrageous, but these people see nothing outrageous in the idea that a set of islands 8,000 miles away are as British as apple pie.
Jeff, that's the best call of the night, and I'm going to just leave it there because it was so good and so succinct. Anyway, here is Paul in Kent on the Falklands. Paul, go ahead, sir.
Hi, George.
Hi.
The Falklands is quite personal to my family. Both my uncle and father fought in the First War, and my uncle died. And in my opinion, we should split the land with Argentina.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because if we don't, this is just going to rear its ugly head every 20 or so years, and we're going to have the same issues. And on moving forward from that, I think as a government, we just need to stop being the school ground bully. We just need to chill out, because at the moment, every time that there is any sort of discussion, it turns into a conflict, it turns into a war, and what happens to school ground bullies, George, is one day someone is going to be a lot bigger and a lot stronger than them, and we are really going to get our comeuppance. Somewhere in this world, we will get our comeuppance.
Well, that's actually the best call of the night. That was Paul in Kent, whose uncle died in the Falklands War, talking such sense that I just hope his words penetrated some of the thicker skulls that are listening to this and writing me such filth as is coming across my desk. Thanks for that, Paul. I really, really appreciated that call. But I thought I'd read you this text, which is kind of takes tonight's biscuit. You really need to see a psychiatrist, George, for Anglophobia. You can hear the hatred of Britian dripping off your tongue. Yes, that's Britian. Britian. Yes.